Welcome back to another episode of Brevity Box, post pivot, post big change. We're going to move at a faster pace now. Brando, what's up? Back at it. Been too long.
Back at it. Post pivot.
Yeah. Post pivot.
Feels good.
Ready to move quickly. Gonna start. Let's just jump right into it. Our guest today, I am. I can't even tell you how excited I am. From like a notorious reputation in my fantasy football league. Arguably knows more about football than maybe both of us.
Definitely
I
you.
may give them a run for my money. Funny as hell. Can't wait to. I'm gonna stop talking. It's Becky with the good hair. Becky with the good hair. RN to be specific.
Hey.
Becky.
Hey,
Hey.
fellas. How's it going?
Going.
Good.
Becky, thank you for deciding to come on here and help us fuck this up a little bit.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. I love to fuck shit
So,
up.
yeah, I know you're a perfect person for the job. Get a little history here. I know you effectively through my wife. My wife and you
You're
are good
wonderful,
friends and
beautiful woman of
awesome,
a wife.
smart, kick ass. Keep saying things. It
Yes.
makes me look good.
She's amazing. I want to be her when I grow
She's
up.
amazing. No, she is. And we met, and you are in our family friend group. You're in my fantasy
Aw.
football league, and I've been wanting to have you on the show for a long time. So it's cool that you came and joined up. You've got a
Yeah,
lot to
of
say.
course. Oh, well, I love talking, so
Well,
it's like my favorite
let's
pastime. I just sat here and flipped my hair. You guys couldn't see it, but I totally did like the
I
hair
couldn't
flip.
see it.
But you could
I
feel
felt
it.
the energy.
You could feel
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah.
like a pot,
I think we all flipped our hair, but we just didn't, we didn't know we were doing
That's
it
like
at
a
the same time.
mandatory thing with me. Like I just do it and I don't even realize it. So
Well, I do. I know for sure I do. I just don't have any hair and nobody sees it, or else they would think I was weird. They might think I'm doing something else, but I'm totally going for the hair flip. Now we're just kind of trying to, and we embrace the idea that episode to episode, we don't really know what this show as a whole is about. So we're just doing today's episode is going to be about you. And the first thing, when I asked Brooke, my wife, I was like thinking of the reasons I wanted to have you on, and she told me about your blog. And we're gonna tease that a little bit. But
yes.
the name Becky's Bad Dates is the shit.
Yeah, it's Becky's Bad Dates, and then it's like an ellipses. Why did I shave my legs for this? Yeah.
All right,
And
so
then,
don't get into it yet. We
yeah.
want to tease a little bit and let that go on. That's we're gonna give you a platform because Brando said, you said you had some bad date stories too, man. And I've heard a couple of them, but you haven't shared them all with me.
Oh, Brando, I could beat you any day of the week.
I was about to say, is there gonna be a little bit of a pissing contest?
Yeah,
You just got the worst.
It's gonna be
you don't know that this conversation is gonna get a little MA-17 here or whatever the heck they call it on TV.
I'm gonna straight up call it that I have the bigger swinging dick when it comes to bad dates. Like
it's interesting that you bring up Dick because I have some comments about that later on in the show. But before we go on, okay, you've been in the fantasy football league. We have a fantasy football league with our close friends. Brando's in it as well, although he usually is committed for about 3 to 4 weeks until the Minnesota Vikings miss their first completely game-winning field goal. When they miss that first game-winning field goal, he's out for the season because he knows how it's going to go.
Yeah.
So our fantasy football league is pretty competitive, and every year, Becky, you're a competitor, and you clearly know your game. Yeah, I know you. Well, here's the thing. When did you become like? Has that been a lifelong thing? You've just been a football fan forever.
Yeah. So, I grew up with a group of boys that played sports all through high school, and they kind of took me under their wing, and they were like, "Oh,
brothers?"
they were like brothers, but better than brothers because I slept with one of them. So
better than brothers because we can fuck.
we could make out and
touchdown
right through
you
the
score
post.
again.
Yeah. But they were like, I think I was a junior and they were seniors, and they were like, "Let's start this fantasy football league," and I was like, "Okay," like just blindly going with them, and they called their league the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and Becky.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
How old were you? You had to be what?
I was 16. Yeah, 16.
Wow.
But I've watched sports my whole life. I love sports. I can't there's not a day that goes by that I don't have, like, ESPN on, or, like, I'm looking at ESPN, or, like, today I got really excited because the Cardinals signed James Conner, and I'm like, "Yes, we're gonna
Well,
make a
and that's the thing. You're
run."
following trades. You're
Yeah,
following the off season.
yeah. I
Well, so
follow it
okay, so
all.
that's what I'm saying. You're a genuine committed football fan,
Football,
and
baseball, basketball.
oh, you know the whole
Yeah,
shebang.
mhm. Yeah,
Really?
mhm.
So you're definitely more knowledgeable than I am. I don't follow basketball. I
Basketball
kind of
is a
lost
little hard
interest.
to follow because it's kind of become a little bitch sport.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
See,
Please
I can
elaborate.
agree with you. I
Um,
can't say it, but I can agree with
it's
you.
full of a bunch of crybabies, and I'm like, "What the fuck ever happened to, like, just knocking a guy down and being like, 'Straight on,
So,
motherfucker'?"
okay, so you're preaching okay, thank you. When I liked basketball, it was a more physical
It was dirty.
sport.
It was
Yeah, there was some
dirty.
dirtiness and you had to
It
be
was
really fucking good and
Yeah.
athletic to get
It was
around that dirtiness, and
Jordan and Hill
that's why
and
Jordan was so
yeah,
great, was that
yeah.
you couldn't rough him.
Pippen and Rodman. Rodman was the
Oh,
dirtiest player, but
Rodman's the
he's, like,
bomb.
one of my favorite players of all time.
Okay, so you're speaking to the same thing, right? When
Yeah.
they became too much FIFA, right?
Oh
They're taking the
god, yeah.
dive and grabbing the leg
Oh
and
my
going for the
god.
foul.
Ever since LeBron James entered the league, it went for shit.
LeBron James. Yeah.
Ugh.
Talk about basketball just reminded me how much I love hearing those Michael Jordan is a fucking sociopath stories.
Yeah. I loved The
Yeah,
Last
but
Dance. That was, like,
Last Dance, yeah.
so good. I
You have to
cried.
be that. Like, those are the guys that do it, right?
Yeah.
They're all like that.
Yeah. It
I
just
mean, that's
basketball is so different nowadays. Like, I just wish
yeah,
it
I
was
can't
like I wish
get
it was
into
like
it.
college basketball where you're like, "Oh, yeah, look at them. Look at how much heart they have." And now it's just like, "Yo, how much money can I get for these Nikes?" Like,
Right,
yeah, no.
right. Well,
Mm-mm.
I couldn't I've tried. It's not that I don't mind going to an actual game,
Mhm.
right? Like, I'll go to I live in New Orleans, so going to a Pelicans game is,
Yeah.
you know, modest. It's fun to see people play.
I like
Not a lot
I
of
like
winning.
going just to see, like, my favorite college players play, like, if I know, like, JJ Redick is one of my all-time favorite, college basketball players, so if I know that he's coming to Phoenix, I'll, like, try and get tickets to see him because I just love the way
So
he
that's cool as
plays.
shit, man.
Yeah.
That speaks a lot to kind of who you are, and it brings me to something I got to know about, and I'm going to jump right in because you follow the off season.
Yeah.
I know that this is going to come up, so I'm just going to skip past all the chit chat.
Yes.
We're going to talk about. There's only one man
There's one man in my
that
life.
Becky with the good hair has goo eyes for,
Yes.
and it's a big man.
A big
It's a big man
6'5",
named JJ Watt.
6'5", 225-pound man hailing from Wisconsin.
Been in Texas, been out of reach for too long.
He's
I want to
close now.
know.
He's close now.
So here's what I got to know. Was it the superstar career and intense value that the Cardinals organization saw in this player and decided they wanted to take him on and
Mhm.
hopefully he's going to better the team? Or were there other elements that you think
I
maybe
think
brought him
I think the
here?
Cardinals are making big moves this year. Like
I
today,
see it.
they signed James Conner today. They have Chandler Jones, so can you imagine those two together? Like Watt and
Devastating.
Jones. Russell Wilson's gonna be like crying every weekend. Like
So you didn't put any kind of voodoo gree on JJ Watt?
I
No
man
magic,
I
wish it,
manifested
will it?
this. I manifested this.
Okay, so this is
Everybody
what I've heard. I wanna
Everybody
hear
yeah,
this.
okay, so everybody is making fun of me. They're like, because when, like, rumblings were starting that he wasn't happy there, I was like, "Come to Arizona, JJ, come to Arizona." Like, I don't make
Were
vision
you, like,
boards.
lighting white sage and,
Yeah.
like,
I was like
chanting into the moonlight?
so this is, like, the same thing, like, how I got my boobs. I, like, prayed every day for my boobs. I was like, "Dear Jesus, please give me boobs." So now I have these huge boobs, and I'm like, okay, well that works. So maybe I can pray to Jesus that he can bring JJ Watt here. And so like I prayed for it, I manifested it, and everyone was like, "Oh, Becky, you're full of shit. He's gonna go to Green Bay. Oh, he's gonna go here. He's gonna go." And
I heard those things.
this whole time I was like, "No, he's coming here. He's coming here." And I'm outside doing yard work because I got a really nasty gram from my HOA, and they were like, "You have weeds," and I'm like, "They're called dead plants. I don't know what you want,
Let's
Linda."
pause for 1 second in the storytelling. Let's just all take a moment and really, really appreciate how much we hate Arizona
Oh God,
HOAs.
I want to kill him.
Here's my little okay. So let's take a little segment. We're gonna play a segment here
Yeah.
real quickly. You're gonna have a 30-second PSA to Arizona HOAs. All right.
Yes.
And go.
Dear Arizona HOAs, when I married JJ Watt and become a multimillionaire, you're going down. You're going down. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's it.
In 12 seconds, going down.
They're just going down.
Brando, you want to take a crack?
I'm good. She said, she pretty much said it, because when she willed the boobs.
Yeah,
She willed JJ coming to Arizona.
I did.
When she wills her way into that marriage, she'll be able to accomplish those goals. I have faith in her.
Yeah, thank you,
She's
Brando.
got
I'm
it covered.
starting to have faith too.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get these boobs like just not doing anything. I prayed every day.
I mean, it's like we have 2 pieces, or I guess 3 pieces of evidence that God exists.
Yeah,
And that you're clearly the catalyst for his will.
I am.
We've
I'm
brought
like,
JJ Watt to Arizona,
yeah,
and you'll bring these heinous
to an
fascist
end.
bastards in the
To an
HOAs in
end.
Arizona
I'll be like,
to an
oh yeah,
end.
here's my money. Check
Hey,
out this
Brando, I got
ring.
an easy layup for you. You know who else had rules about weeds in their yard?
Hitler.
That's right, man. That's right.
That
America.
just took a different turn right there.
The Nazis.
The
That's who
Nazis and
had
Hitler. I feel like I'm on the Sound of Music right now.
that. So continue about JJ Watt.
Okay,
You're gonna
so
what's your plan here? He's on the team.
So I'm outside and I'm like weeding my yard, whatever. And all of a sudden, like I have Google Alert on JJ Watt on my phone. So like when something comes up, it's like it bings, right? And so I look down at my phone. I get so excited talking about it. I look down at my phone and I was like, and my mom is over and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I start hyperventilating and I start crying. I have like tears, like loud, like, and she's like, "Are you okay? What happened? Did somebody die? Like, who died?" And I was like, "Mom, I did it. I brought him here."
God is real.
I was like, "Oh my God." And I'm crying and I'm like, "I think I'm going to pee my pants. I don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing. I brought him here." And I was so excited. I'm still so excited. I get like so giddy talking about it and like my heart races. I'm just like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to go watch him play. I just can't wait. Can't wait."
See, I imagine that somewhere in like behind a painting in your room, there is a series of notes behind every week game coming in the Arizona Cardinals season.
Oh yeah.
You've got a game plan,
Like
stadium map.
there was a home show up there a couple months ago, like right after he had like just announced that he was coming. And I was like, he was here. He was here. He was
You could
walking.
sense him
I was like, he was
with the
walking.
force.
He was walking down this hallway, and then I like kept asking the security guards. I was like, "Hey, did you see JJ?" And they're like, "Excuse me, miss." And I'm like, "JJ what? Did you see him?" And they're like, "You need to keep moving." And I'm like, "Okay, but did you see him?" I just want to walk the same ground that he walked on and roll
So
around in it.
okay, so tell me what happens. What happens? Let's say you go off, you go to the game,
In my
you've been there for
perfect world.
hours. I'm just saying you've missed him, right? You feel like, God damn it, and you miss it. You don't see him. You're bummed.
Yeah.
You're on your way back from Phoenix. You decide you're going to stuff your depressed face with In-N-Out. You go to
Okay.
In-N-Out Burger, you order 2 double animal styles,
Oh,
and
that's too much food for me, but okay.
but you're depressed.
Yeah.
You're in a
Yeah, emotional
mayhem,
eating.
right?
Okay.
It's emotional eating,
If I'm
okay?
gonna
And you
emotional eat though, I'm gonna go with Portillo's since I'm up in the
Good.
Phoenix area anyway,
Yeah.
because that's
Go.
the Chicago
okay.
girl in me, Charlie, the Chicago girl in me.
Okay, that's fair. I was trying to be random. Okay, Portillo. What would you order there?
Oh my god, the Italian beef. Mm,
Okay, the Italian beef. So
yeah.
big sandwich.
Big sandwich. Uh-huh.
All right,
Cheese
Delicious
cheese fries
so you're halfway through both,
and a large piece
and
of
you have
cake.
thrown carelessness to the wind.
Yeah.
You are messy.
Mhm.
It's over your face, on
Right.
your hands. You're licking your fingers,
Right. Mhm.
and JJ Watt walks
Walks
in the
in.
door
I
and looks at
You
you.
don't even know.
What?
I would
what-
wipe the cake residue from my face, and then I would walk up to him and I would push his wife out of the way, like, with an open palm, like, palm her out of the way and be like, "What's up, JJ? I'm your next wife." And then he'd just fall in love with me because he'd be like,
right away.
that takes some courage." Well,
Yeah,
and
that-
it also helps that I have really big boobs, so I think he'd be like, "Damn."
And
I
you're
mean,
short, so he'd be staring right down at them, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
well, and he might critique your form and be impressed. He might be like, the way you passed her guard
I'm totally
was
gonna
really
Heisman. I'm
amazing.
gonna totally
Yeah.
Heisman his wife. Hardcore Heisman, full on, like, they're gonna make the trophy, they're gonna name it Becky after I do that. They're gonna
It
be
would just
like
be really funny to see you driving and his wife is just like a left tackle. You know what I mean? She's doing that kick out to the left with her back leg and she's like putting her hands out. You're just like totally pulling a JJ Watt. And he's like, hey, that's my move. And that's what makes him fall in love with you. You're like, oh my
I'm
God.
gonna break my nose so I have that little, like, bloody mark, like, yeah.
That little bent.
Yeah, I'll be like, "JJ, this is it. This is what you need in your life. Get her out of here. She's got RBF real bad. This is where
So
it's all at."
man, I hope it happens. I hope it
I
happens.
pray it
I hope it
happens.
happens.
I just keep telling myself, people marry for love the first time and then money the second time. And maybe he just married for money the first time and he's actually gonna marry for love the second time with me.
Yeah, well, people change, right? He's
Yeah.
obviously gone from Texas to Arizona.
Yeah.
Things
He's
change.
gonna be like, "I need a Chicago, Arizona girl." And I'll be like,
So
"Right here, bro, right here."
do you think that the like being from Chicago is uh I mean, I guess it's kind of a notorious thing for people from Chicago, right? They just into the Sox, into the Cubs, into the Bears,
I'm a
into
North
sports all
Sider.
around.
I'm a North Sider, so you cannot talk about that Sox team with me.
Oh, okay. I have another friend who's from Chicago and they're Sox fans and they got mad when I talk about the Cubs. Yeah. So you've been a sports fan your whole life. I mean,
Mhm.
I assume you've been following JJ Watt since he was.
Oh, I can tell you the moment I fell in love with JJ
Yeah.
Watt.
When did you fall in love
They
with
were
JJ
playing
Watt?
Wisconsin was playing Ohio State, and my family's huge Ohio State fans. And the
Oh
camera cut
man,
to him, and my chonies were so wet.
Dreamweaver.
So wet. Yeah.
Dreamweaver.
It was like, "Oh, I think I'm in love."
Was it the giant like chin? Was it his huge
It's
jaw?
just his giant being, I think. I just
Were you like excited by Paul Bunyan when you were a kid?
I
Like
didn't
you just
know,
like
no.
he looks like
But
Paul
I
Bunyan.
did like a butt kiss, so
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
mhm.
that makes sense. That
Yeah,
actually makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
I like Big Buckets a lot. Yeah.
I had a big crush on him too.
That's interesting.
I just like a man that could, like, throw me against a wall and, like, make me his bitch, like, whew,
I'm afraid he'd throw you through the wall.
that's fine
Yeah.
by me. That's fine by me.
Oh no, you're one
He
of
can afford the
them.
potential hospital bill. It's a good point. Yeah.
I'll call Charlie and be like, "Hey, I need you to come fix the wall again." And he'll be like, "I'll
Yeah,
be
I'd be
right
like, hey,
there."
you're my best customer.
I'll be like, "Charlie, I'm moving you guys back. You're gonna be our
I'll be like, not
handyman."
tonight, okay? The drywall is still drying. Let it set.
I'll be like,
We'll be
"Okay, we're
back
gonna do it in
tomorrow.
the bathroom."
Do
So
the different wall. Guys, we're making it brick walls, okay? I'm tired of doing this job. This is
Yeah,
the
but
sixth
that'll
time
kill
I've
her
been
next
out here.
time.
yeah, don't kill me.
Okay, you're right. I'll just keep
At
doing
least
it.
I would die happy. At least I would die
That's so
happy.
funny. You've got it bad.
I
You've
would
got it
die
bad.
doing what I love. What a way to
And
go.
look, this is the thing. You are a single professional nurse, by the way. I got to take a second here. Obviously, I'm in the fam when it comes to nurse appreciation, but
Yes.
I want to take a second. You got to have some hard ass grit to be a nurse, especially after the last year. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
It's so tough.
appreciating you, man.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
It does. I mean, I'm on the I always tell people I'm the pit crew, right?
Yeah.
Like Brooke's out
I like
there
that.
and she shows up and I'm just here to change the
You're
tires and
like,
get
I got
everything
the
good. And,
nachos, babe. Got
yeah,
them.
exactly.
I got the
Sit down. I've
nachos
got
and
the
the big
heating
gulp.
pad. Right. So it's interesting because I got a lot to say about being in a relationship with a nurse for sure, but
Mm-hmm.
I know how hard you guys have it. I've heard the ridiculous fucking stories. It doesn't matter if you know someone who's a nurse, if you even thinking about being in a relationship with a nurse. Here's one thing you have to know: they've always had the worst day.
You can't compete
I
with
mean,
us.
95 out of 100 times
Yes.
they have had the worst day compared to you. You can't bitch about your day. And that might be weird for a while, but trust me, they have had a worse day. And can you, let's take a break from talking about how you want to bone JJ Watt and let's go.
I'd bone him
let's,
so hard.
let's hard segue into the
Literally
craziest
hard.
shit. And I'm not serious, not serious. Okay. Because how did you find like humor? All right. What was some of the funny shit that would keep you from losing your fucking mind over
Oh.
this whole long haul? I don't want to go serious, but is there something crazy where you're like, okay, that's pretty fucking funny? Or did you got anything nuts that just stuck with you?
This year, I really
Yeah.
hated, like, honestly, I hated being a nurse this year.
Don't blame you.
You weren't the
It
only one.
was, even though, like, because even though I do, like, tiny babies, we were still being asked to do things that was just ridiculous. Like, go help the adult units. Like, I haven't touched an adult patient in 10 years. Like,
Right. But you guys were overflowing. You
yeah.
guys had a capacity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
they opened up like several COVID units, so
That's
I
crazy.
didn't really find humor in anything.
That's funny enough.
Uh, what got me through was knowing that there had to be an end, and that
Right.
JJ Watt was coming to Arizona.
Those two
Yep.
things.
Hmm.
So JJ Watt's your proof that not every human sucks.
Well, I don't know him personally. He could be like a god awful person. I hope not.
You don't care.
I don't care as long as he's got a big wiener.
Wouldn't that be life's ultimate irony if he was packing just a mushroom tip?
Oh my god, I would be so disappointed. I might have to
Question.
look at one of his brothers, be like on the down low, be like, "Hey TJ, what's
Okay,
up?"
so here's my hypothetical for you.
Uh-huh.
Let's say your plan comes to fruition.
Yeah.
You get married.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's great.
Right.
3 months in, gets into a horrible accident. Dick is gone.
Jesus. Dick is gone.
Would
He
you
got
stay
into
with
one
him?
of those really
Yes.
common dick losing accidents.
Listen, he's got enough money that he could buy another one.
Charlie, I've been through. I've dealt with auto claims where somebody on a
Cadaver dick?
motorcycle went forward into their gas tank
You
and
need to
ruptured their
just stop.
testicles.
You just need to stop at
Brando,
this
I
point,
thought you were gonna
please.
say I've been through penis surgeries. That's what I thought you were gonna say. Like,
No, well, testicle yes, but penis no.
okay. I was like, it's okay, Brando. Not everyone's
I
gifted.
feel like I should be playing the Curb Your Enthusiasm music right now.
My ringtone.
That
Call me, I'll put it to the-
that was really dark, Brando, and that just
Yeah.
made my heart drop down into my butt. Like,
Yeah, don't forget
thinking
everybody,
about
there are
that.
certain types of accidents where you could lose your wiener.
Don't buy motorcycles.
Okay,
Oh,
Dad.
I don't want to think about
That's not
that.
fun. Yeah, okay, moving on.
Yeah,
seen that
Moving on.
let's change the subject.
Let's change the subject. Anyways, my whole point was this, and we'll probably edit that little chunk out. In fact, let's do this. Let's take a minute and get a word from our sponsors. Mitch, you told me to be very clear. Here is a clear moment of insert voice thing and take out the COVID-19
Mitch,
chit chat.
we'd like FabFitFun boxes.
FabFitFun boxes
Wink,
and
wink.
Brando not telling us about wiener loss accidents,
Yeah,
please.
or JJ's dick falling off, because that would just
Yeah,
be
that horrible
horrible.
fantasy. Horrible fantasy.
I'd at
My
least like
God.
a year out of it, Brando. God.
Do you want more and amazing and awesome content just like this? Great shows with fun hosts? Do you want to indulge in some great discussion and rumination on a variety of topics? Join us at ruminationsradionetwork.com, the newest home to a diverse cast of podcasters and masterminds.
All right, we're gonna come back. Welcome back to Brevity Box. Becky,
Yes.
back to your dating habits. Both of you have great stories that I can't wait to hear, but
Oh God.
Becky's bad dates has been on my mind all week.
Yes.
And so we're going to start ironing out. So we're going to figure out what it is that you're looking for in a guy, and you know, the kind of things that you're looking for in men, obviously,
Right.
that aren't playing defensive end
For the Arizona
or
Cardinals.
linebacker, outside linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So what are these? I mean, are these all, do you date a lot of different kinds of guys?
Yeah,
Or you just saw the same guy?
it's like a grab bag for me. I like to pretend I'm at a buffet and just like pick whatever I want.
You know what? Variety is the spice of life.
It is, you know, and this is how I get my really interesting dating stories. I do have a type, unfortunately, that I am unfortunately attracted to. It's like the really sporty, like super douchey looking guy. I
Does
have
a BMW and a pop collar get extra points with you?
Yeah, that was my boyfriend in high school. Like you had to like the 2-layered Abercrombie and Hollister popped collar with the BMW,
Oh,
and he was
boy.
bumping DMX when he came to pick me up.
rest in peace.
At a membership to a tanning salon. Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, we tanned
Definitely.
together. That was like, that would be our dates. I'm just kidding.
That's some Jersey Shore shit right there.
He played basketball. I was a cheerleader, so
It was right there.
yeah, it was meant to be in our smaller town. No, thank God I left.
Yeah, you did. You came a long way to what got you to Arizona? That you don't have to go there. Just circumstance. I mean, we can talk about
that whole situation brought me here. My stepdad actually got a job transfer. And he's like, "We're moving out there," and I was like, "Great! I need to get the fuck out of here."
I gotcha.
So
Cool.
I moved with them as a means to get away. Yeah. So.
I hear you. Yeah, those pop collars, they're only good for a little while. Then after a while, it's
But
just
you
like,
know, the worst part is that you still like have like a little heart ping for them. Like, oh,
yeah,
they did you so dirty, but you still have love for them. Like that's
come on. That
yeah.
just means you're damaged like the rest of us. We all have it bad for those people.
My luggage. Sign me up.
You haven't thought of the smell.
Oh my God.
I mean,
my suitcase is like the
Sorry, that little "It's Always Sunny" little line got me real good.
That's pretty great. So you're living in Arizona.
Mhm.
You're working during the worst time. Were you actually dating during COVID?
Yeah. I was Zoom dating. That's interesting.
I couldn't bring myself to try that.
It's awful.
All right.
Awful.
We're gonna go right into it. So what the fuck is Zoom dating?
So Zoom dating is like a Skype meeting. So like you like literally are like on a computer talking to each other. And it's really awkward. So I would try to come up with like interesting things to do. Like the one guy, I was like, let's find a recipe and like cook it together and like get to know each other. Or like the other guy, we were playing like Connect 4 and like battleships, like
it's pretty creative.
Just to kind of like,
I like that.
because it's like I would do so much better in person. Like I get really nervous when with guys in general, because I have like really low self-esteem. I don't know if you can tell. Um,
Man, you fake it really well.
I do. I fake having really high self-esteem really well, but I actually have like really super low self-esteem thanks to my shitty ex.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
Yeah. And so I'm still like I didn't want to get into like anything too seriously because I'm still
Yeah,
kind of
sure.
like recovering from this most recent ex. Don't ever go for a butt chin. If you guys ever see me with somebody that has a butt chin ever again, just tie me up and be like slapping me, like waterboard me, something. Because they always break my heart.
Butt chins break your heart. Remember that,
Yes.
folks.
Yes.
That's let's listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's a great t-shirt for this show because I happen to be married to somebody who has a dimple in their chin right there.
Yeah.
Pretty
This
funny.
I should have known when I walked up to him at the bar and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, can I lick your chin?" That
Oh
things
my
weren't
god,
gonna
JJ
end
Watt.
well.
JJ Watt, same thing.
I know. Ah!
Oh my
Butt
god.
chins. They're my weakness.
So you're an ass man. I got it.
Yep, I'm an ass man.
I feel you. All right, so Zoom dating, crazy dating.
Yeah.
Hit us up with some drama, man. What? Well, Brando, we're gonna have a little competition about some of your scary stories here. Hit us with something that you know is just appalling. I got to hear what the craziest shit you've seen is. What's the wackiest fucking thing that's happened on a first date for you? I said
Ladies
wacky.
first.
Oh,
Yeah, ladies first.
well, can we take it back to my very first date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My very first date, I got my nose broken.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
This is gonna be a great story.
How old was I? I was like 14 or 15. And my best friend was dating like another guy from another school who was older. And so she was like, "Do you want to go out with his friend?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I would be so cool." Right? Because they were like juniors and here we were sophomores. And I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
"Okay, let's go." And we were gonna go bowling. So I got like the cute like butt crack jeans and the like white frosted eyeshadow. I'm feeling myself. And I go out and this guy, first of all, looked like Big Bird. I'm like not even exaggerating. I think I actually like because on my blog I like don't like to use their names, even though I should because they're assholes. But I think I called him Big Bird in my blog.
I love it.
And so I'm like, oh, not really feeling it. And we were supposed to go bowling, but something happened and we ended up just going to McDonald's and getting like a cheeseburger and then
Quality date.
going
Quality
down
date.
to this guy's basement to watch Hocus Pocus and like
We're talking
Wow.
sexy times.
yeah,
Nice.
so we're in this like rec room basement and
The Bone Zone, was it called
yeah,
the Bone
I
Zone?
honestly
Basically,
I think so. If I think the mix that was playing was called Boner Jams.
yeah, MTV's
Boner
Jam.
Jams 04. That was
It had like Enigma and Color Me Bad.
no, they were not that cool. It was more like NSYNC and BSB.
Sure,
And
that was like Boner Jam's 94, not 04.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I was
04.
thinking too old.
Like
My bad.
Nelly. It's getting hot in here. So we're in the
Man, good
basement
old Boner Jams in the Bone Zone. Oh, this is getting good.
and
Keep going.
Big Bird goes, "Hey, do you want to play blind skier?" And I'm like, "What is blind skier?" Like I
Oh,
have no idea.
shit.
This is my very first date, mind you. The only boy I've ever kissed is like my neighbor, like, and it was just like a quick like peck. I'm like really inexperienced. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I was so afraid you were gonna say the first boy you kissed was your uncle.
No, oh God, no. It was my neighbor.
I just thought it would have
Shit.
sounded, that sentence would
Oh
have been so
God,
funny because
no.
if you say the first boy I kissed, like the first, they're gonna think anything but that. But if you, I swear to God, if you're on at a party and somebody's just say that and see
I'm
what
gonna
the
do
fuck
it. I'm gonna be
happens.
like, that's the first boy I kissed was my uncle.
That's just a great awkward icebreaker.
And then I'm gonna awkwardly bite my lip and be like, so
That's so
oh, that was
fucking
I like that.
funny.
I'm gonna do that just for you guys
Oh man, thank
on
you.
my next
Please
bad
record
date.
it.
I'll like segue into it on my next date. I'll be like, so, how do you feel about girls that have kissed their uncles? Wink, wink.
When was your first kiss? And then they'll set up. They will 100% on the next first date. And if they laugh and they get that you're joking, it's worth keeping a second
Right.
date, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm
If they
asking
don't,
for.
then they're stiff. They
Yeah.
get offended, and then it's a problem.
Then I might just be like, okay, we can have a good night, but you gotta leave in the morning.
So did this dude in the Bone Zone basement smack you in the fucking face
Okay,
by making you close your eyes?
he goes, do you want to play blind skier? And I had no idea what blind skier was, and I'm like, wanting to be cool. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And
Giggle,
so
giggle.
I put my hand over my face, and like it's where you like trace this line on a piece of paper. I don't even to this day I still don't fucking know what it is.
No, I remember it. I remember somebody did that shit to me when I was a kid too.
Right. And so I'm skiing, and then all of a sudden I hit a tree, and he smacks me right in the face, like
Yeah.
perfectly. And mind you, he's probably like 6'2", and I'm 5 foot nothing. So like it's like going up
You
with
hit
like
a tree.
with the
Blam.
heel of his hand, and like I could instantly like you could hear the crunch.
He
Ooh.
palm punched you in the fucking face.
And so all of a sudden my nose starts gushing blood in my friend's boyfriend's basement, and I'm like I'm like, what do
Oh,
I
man.
do? And so like panic sets in, and I'm like, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. And so
Yeah, listen, blood is Bone Zone kryptonite.
yes.
Okay, this totally ends the vibe.
Right.
And if it isn't, run fast.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not even the best part. It's not even the best part.
Okay.
So we get in the car, and I'm like holding my nose back, and Big Bird goes, so like, can we make out now? And I was like,
The balls on that kid.
I was
My
like-
God.
I was like, motherfucker, you just broke my nose.
Oh,
And he's like,
man.
yeah, but like, can we make out? And I'm like, no.
Holy shit.
Oh.
That was your first date.
That was my very first date. And he didn't even pay for the McDonald's. And then so I go home, and my parents, like, I'm like, I don't know how to tell my parents. Like, my parents are gonna murder him if they see me walk in with this bloody face. So I go straight to my room, and then my phone is ringing off the hook all night. Like, Big Bird's calling me, like, are you okay? I'm so sorry. And so then I pretended to be my sister, and I was like, she can't talk to you. Our parents are really mad that you broke your nose.
Oh my goodness. This
Oh,
story has everything.
yeah.
It has everything.
And so then the next day I woke up, and I had like the bruises. Like I looked like
Under your eyes and
yeah,
everything.
I had them under my eyes. My nose was all like dry blood, and then
Holy
my
shit,
friend comes
Becky.
over, and she goes, "Oh, so you're not gonna go out again with Big Bird?" And I was like, I like
Holy
straight up
shit.
looked at her, and I said, I would rather lick a cactus than go out with him again.
And that's what led you to Arizona.
Yeah.
You knew then. You were like,
It
I'm
comes
going
full
somewhere.
circle.
No, that was my very first date. And to this day, I'm 32 years old, and I have never been on a date where a guy pays ever.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm serious.
I mean, maybe
what about
that's
an
just me
offer?
being old school. or
I
something,
do
I don't know.
the wallet reach in hopes that like they'll be like, "Oh no, I got this. I got this."
Wait a minute. You pay for their food?
No,
or do they
no,
go
like
Dutch?
Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One time I had to pay for the guy's food because he like straight up got up and left.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Ooh.
All right. We're gonna go top 3. Hit us up.
Oh,
Go ahead.
that
I wanna hear
but that
some
was my
stories, man.
first date though.
That
That one doesn't
sounds
count.
that can't count. No, I don't think that can count.
Because
You
that's
just-
just setting the standard. Like this is
Listen.
this is how my dating life is gonna go.
No red-blooded American expects to get a broken nose while they're getting punched in the face by Big Bird in the Bone Zone.
Yeah, the
It's
Bone
just
Zone.
not.
While
it's not
boner
on
jams are
anybody's
playing.
mind.
Boner jams.
Yeah, you got
04.
boner jams in the Bone Zone. Nobody's thinking I gotta, go into a protected guard,
Yeah.
cover and clinch.
Yeah.
So I got a quick little thing about my first date. It's not nearly as
Bloody?
adventurous as yours,
Yeah, you've
but
already lost, Brando. Did you break anything at all?
no, but I did make out with
Sister? No, I'm just
the
kidding.
girl.
Uncle? Uncle has to be uncle.
No, but I made out with my date while we were watching Saving Private Ryan, the scene where Wade the medic died.
Oh my
Brando.
god.
Oh, gosh. Are you okay?
Giovanna Ribisi screaming mama or
Yeah.
whimpering mama is your bone zone moment.
I mean,
You had a semi during that?
oh, definitely.
Oh, God.
Wow. So do you have like a thing now where you have to put on classic World War II period
Just the
piece
sound
war
effects.
dramas just to get it going?
Just the
Well,
sound effects.
it's funny because as I've discovered,
Pillbox machine guns.
it's like once you hit like 35 years old, you either get like really into smoking various meats or really into World War II history. So yeah, I do read a lot of World War II history, and I wonder if that incident has anything to do with it.
I
Your
love
boner
World War
jams have
II
been buying
history.
guns. You've been buying a lot of guns lately because of it.
I really have been.
Like doing a lot of history and buying guns.
I really have been.
Hmm.
Got to stop that.
Smoking meats is next. That's the next step.
Listen, I
Well,
gotta tell you here, Brando is. I remember this guy when he was not so much of the cook, and now he is straight up like we're such whatever you want to call us, but whenever we talking about sports 1 minute, and then the next minute talking about the sous vide tri-tip that he made, and and then I'll be telling him some recipe that I made. So he's come a long way, man. He's a
or
pretty great chef now.
or how well the Puerco PBO turned out since I got the real banana leaves.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a deep pull right
Yeah.
there.
I made chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese for dinner tonight.
It's funny because my lunch at work today was the lunch of like a 7-year-old. Our cafeteria is open with a very limited menu right now.
Yeah,
So I had tater tots and chicken tenders.
that's my jam.
That's my
Listen, I'm
jam.
not
That's
good
my
at a
jam.
lot of things, but the one thing I really excel at is eating like a child.
Ketchup packs, French fries, burgers.
Yep.
Tots.
Straight up. Give me a Happy Meal and I'm the happiest camper.
Becky,
No wonder
pop
you get around
quiz.
with
Peanut
girls.
butter and jelly sandwich, grape jelly or strawberry jelly?
Strawberry jelly.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Whoa. You're the okay. Whoa, a crunchy or creamy?
Crunchy.
God
Crunchy
damn it.
strawberry. Wow.
Yeah.
You got a unicorn. You got a unicorn here. Okay, what about
She's gonna be on the she's on the wrong side of history.
breakfast toast? Breakfast toast, strawberry or grape?
Strawberry preserves.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice
Okay,
twist. I like it.
I
All
also
right,
like orange
eggs.
occasionally.
See, I'm with you on that. Thank you. Big
With
marmalade approved.
With
Big marmalade
breakfast
approved.
toast, you can switch it up.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Yeah.
So I tried to represent. We had a jelly war argument in our network server, and I tried to put forward, the deep southern. What were we calling it at the point? Orange marmalade. I said orange marmalade, and everybody got really scoffy and mad at me. So now my name in there is Big Marmalade.
At least
Big
they're not.
Marmalade
At
approves
least
of
they're
your
not calling you
choices.
Lady Marmalade. That.
I'll take Lady Marmalade. Voulez-vous coucher, man? I'll let the good times roll. So you've been from getting punched in the face to Zoom dates. Brando, did I cut you off? What were you saying?
Just that he was making
You're-
out and got a semi during Saving Private
to
Ryan.
to
Well,
combat
Giovanni
war?
Ribisi cried for his mother and died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we talked about food, and that's funny because my culinary skills do come into play on my horrible dates.
So
very
my
fun.
allergies come into play on my horrible dates.
Oh shit! Have you been in a place where you hadn't eaten an EpiPen?
Yeah.
What were you eating? What were you eating?
I'm allergic to beer.
What?
I'm allergic to the hops in beer. And when I was 18,
How do you live?
I know, and I would so totally be a beer girl too. I live
can't
with
imagine.
my veins are
Okay.
vodka.
I was
So
going
you're
to say
that one Zima customer.
Oh God, Zima. No, I'd rather shoot myself in the head than drink Zima. They're like, you have to drink this Zima, and we'll let you meet JJ Watt. And I'll be like, sorry, JJ, I can't do it. Can't
I
do
won't
it.
shame myself.
You know you loved what you've heard so far, so stick around for part 2 of Brevity Box with Becky with the good hair. Toss, toss.